Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And first of all, I want to thank the member opposite for her acknowledgement of the Waitaki electorate twice during question time and then again in her intervention. And so for a city-based MP such as herself to look out into the countryside and acknowledge the stewardship of members of Parliament such as myself, I want to thank her most sincerely. And I also want to wish her all the very best in her future endeavours, whatever that may be. Mr Speaker, I'm also very proud to be a blue-greener. I am so proud to be a blue-greener that as I wear my rather stylish cast today, you will see as I reveal the cover, it is in fact green. I am showing my true political colours. We are indeed blue, green and proud of us. I'm proud of it. Mr Speaker, I want to acknowledge Nick Smith and the Honourable Maggie Barry and of course the Honourable Nikki Wagner, who lead the blue-green team for us, but is well supported by this caucus of National, by Scott Simpson, who is the very, very able chair of the Local Government and Environment Committee, for the many initiatives which they have announced in this year's budget and in previous budgets in the 7 years since we have been the government, which have been to the benefit of conservation, for the environment, but also for sustainable development in New Zealand. And to illustrate that point, I just want to talk about a couple of initiatives which have been in train in New Zealand since we have become the government. And the first one is the New Zealand Cycle Trails. Now, my beautiful large electorate of Waitaki, of which I'm so proud to represent, boasts not one, not two, but 3 cycle trails in the network, 3 cycle trails in the network throughout New Zealand. Of course, the Otago Central Rail Trail was the first, and no doubt the model for the forum in 2009, which was the genesis for the Prime Minister getting behind the New Zealand Cycle Trails initiative. Now we have 14 completed cycle trails, and each and every one of those is providing an incredible boost to regional economic development. I've got 3 in Waitaki. There are cycle trails all around New Zealand. I can see on a daily basis the benefit that that investment by this government into our regions is bringing to our small towns. 10 years ago, when I first came into this role and I would travel through the townships of Clyde, I would go to Alexandra, I would go all around central Otago, those little townships were struggling. Those little townships were growing smaller and smaller and smaller every passing day. And now, in the 10 years that I've been travelling the highways and byways of central Otago, what a difference. You can't but fall over a decent cup of coffee shop wherever you go. You can't but go past the most wonderful small accommodation outlets. People are seizing the opportunity to start up businesses in the provinces, and the region has been transformed. Just as it will be so for the Alps to Ocean Cycle Trail, which is arguably the most magnificent cycle trail in New Zealand, and already all the way down the Waitaki Valley, business people are pricking up their ears and thinking, there's an opportunity for me here in Kurau, in Otamatata, in Omarama. There's an opportunity for me to showcase my special part of New Zealand to the travelling public. But what is even better from that, from the blue-green perspective, is that now whole tracts of the New Zealand countryside is being opened up for people to enjoy. People of any level of fitness. It doesn't matter if you haven't ridden a bike for many years, just as it is with the urban cycle trail initiatives also funded by this government. It doesn't matter that you haven't ridden for many, many years. You only need to do a small amount of a cycle trail, and New Zealand's beauty will be revealed to you. And interestingly, Mr. Speaker, thank you, my very last comment, interestingly, and most importantly, I think, apart from the economic benefit that is being brought to the regions, is that people are noticing things now. People are noticing that, yes, we need to do something about our wilding pines, and we need to protect and enhance our environment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.